picture of me. Let me put back on gallery again. Okay, so I can see you all. Okay, so right, the meeting's starting at 7:07. So, and we're recording this for the minutes. So welcome everybody. Welcome to online on Zoom and also on YouTube. We're online only this evening, whilst the COVID infection rates are so high. And Council will review this again for the February meeting to see whether we can go back to the QMH meetings and also assess the reopening up of Pex Hill. So normally when we're at the QMH now, the last couple of ones, they've been online as well as being at the QMH, which has seemed to prove quite successful. But tonight we're just on Zoom and YouTube. Now, welcome back to Robert Naeye again from Hershey, Pennsylvania in the USA, who is our guest speaker for this evening. Now, tonight is going to be much more of an easygoing and relaxing evening. So I want you all to be in a jovial mood.
Yep.
So go get yourself a drink in moderation. I don't want to see anybody falling over. And let's pretend we're in our virtual pub, and we should have some fun this evening. So if you've got your microphones on mute, then take it off mute so we can hear you laughing or groaning. I'm not quite sure which. And if you want to have your camera on, that's fine. If you don't want to have your camera on, that's fine too. So I suppose we could call this a bring your own booze party.
Oh. Is it a party though? Or is it a meeting?
Or is it a work? Oh, well, actually, or is it a work event? Okay, that's enough of that. Cheers, everybody. Okay, so I will only be about 5 minutes doing this, then we can hand over to Bob, because I know you don't want to hear me or for too long. Now, normally we would do the minutes from the previous meeting, but unfortunately, we've had a few problems producing and ratifying the minutes. So we will not be confirming and ratifying the December monthly meeting minutes this evening. We'll have to do that in the February's meeting, hopefully as well as January's. So we shall move on. Now, apologies for absence. Probably a little bit pointless when it's online and on Zoom, but we have got two names. Matthew Card and Colin Murray have given in their apologies. And Mark, have we got any more apologies? So
no, that was it. That was all of them.
Oh, I've just dropped my pen. Hold on a second.
I thought it was in shock.
Drunk already. So okay, so that means there should be about 250 people on this call. But yeah, never mind. Okay, so before we get too jolly, I'll move on to announcements. And firstly, I have some sad news to announce. For those that don't know, Bob Halliday, a former society president, and John O'Sullivan, a member for many years, have both recently passed away. That was in between Christmas and the beginning of January. Both funerals have taken place. The society was represented at both of their funerals, and on behalf of the society, our condolences to their family and friends at this sad time for them. Also, moving on, Jeff Regan is in hospital. I don't know any more details. Jim Lawler seems to keep quite close to him, so if you can contact Jim Lawler, he might know more. Okay, so moving on now. I've some events to raise, and I've had some events passed to me to raise as well. So I'll announce these now. So there are some events proposed at the museum. Now, these may not take place at the museum, depending on the COVID situation in February. So please await further information or contact me if you wish to help out or attend. So provisional dates are Friday the 11th of February, 5 p.m. starting, and Friday the 25th of February, 5 p.m. starting. We'll send an email out with all this information in on the announcements, okay, of the events. So you don't need to scribble them down, unless you're not on our mailing list, but I presume you are if you're on the meeting. Yeah, and they're also thinking of arranging a solar evening in May on the 20th. So that's the normal format at the museum, is a few talks, something special going on, and access to the planetarium. And they're limited. They get hundreds of people coming in. It's a really, really good event. But they limit it at the moment to 120 people. That's if it goes ahead. So we'll need a bit more information on that from the museum, and I'll let you know via email when we get that information. Okay, so some more events on at the Liverpool Anglican Cathedral, and that is called Space, the Universe and Everything, and that's on from the 18th to the 27th of February. So that looks like a really interesting event on at the Anglican Cathedral, which I think is the biggest cathedral in Britain. At the M&S Arena on the 12th of March is the Night Sky Show. I don't know much about that, but it looks like a nice fancy display and a good show. And also early warning of an event on the 29th of October. So hopefully COVID's a thing of the past then. And this is called the Yearbook of Astronomy Convention. That's taking place near Bradford. So I will send out all the details and links to get more information about these and book tickets and things like that in an email over the weekend. So you'll have them. And let me just pause now while I ask, has anybody else got any announcements or events they want to tell us about? Wow, I've never known you so quiet. Okay.
Steve, were you going to mention something about subs? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, do you want to do that, Chris?
I don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a note to one or two people have been asking about paying subs, but I think for the time being, at least, we won't be taking any, and obviously we'll review that situation as time goes on. So when we do need subs from you, we'll let you know. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Okay, so moving on, and we move straight on to the main event for the evening, as there's nothing else, no more society business that we need to go through. So now on to this evening's talk. Now, astronomy is not just a complex and serious business. It has provided some fodder for creative cartoonists for many decades. And former Sky and Telescope Editor-in-Chief, who we know well, Robert Naeye, is tonight's guest speaker. And he will present many dozens of his favorite astronomy and space cartoons, covering themes from the vastness of space to alien invaders. Now, just before I hand over to Bob, I'd like you all to make sure that you've got your microphones off, mute, sorry, so have it so that we can hear you. If you're too noisy, I might have to mute you, but okay, so we can hear. Somebody is repeating there.
I think it may be Jared. Jared, if you can turn your mic down a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Jared, I think you might have to mute yours, sorry.
It is James Webb badge, I think, is causing it to feed.
Okay. Gerard, could you mute your microphone, please?
Or if you've got headphones, if you put headphones on, that'll sort it.
Yeah. If you put headphones on, you should be all right. Oh, maybe this might not work, but we'll see. So if you want to unmute so we can hear you laughing and chuckling or groaning, depending on what you think of the jokes. Then please go ahead, and we'll get some interaction from the audience. And Bob, we should take a break in about an hour. And now I'll hand over to you to commence your talk. So over to you, Bob.
Great, thank you. Can everybody see my slides?
Looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, are we good?
Yeah.
I assume everybody can see here.
Yeah.
So I just want to say I want to thank Steve for inviting me to participate in your meeting tonight, the first time in about a year. And I thank all of you for tuning in. This will be the most non-scientific, most non-technical, and perhaps most nonsensical presentation I've ever given to an amateur astronomy club. And I know there's a lot of very knowledgeable people in this club who know a lot about astronomy, and you will learn absolutely nothing tonight. So I apologize for that. But I just want to make sure too at the start that you adjust your settings so the photos of all the different participants don't cut off the cartoons. I'm also assuming that everyone tuning in tonight knows how to read English. I mean, this is your language. I know this will be a problem for Steve, but I'm assuming everybody else in the club knows how to read English, so I will not be reading the cartoons. I will hopefully let your laughter or lack thereof help guide me so I know when it's time to advance to the next cartoon. So I'm going to be saying very little after this introduction, which, trust me, is a good thing. I just want to add too at the outset that most of my cartoons, I'm pretty sure, come mostly from American artists. So I hope you will forgive me if my presentation reflects an American sense of humor, but I think most of them will be pretty much cross-cultural. I did try to remove some of the cartoons that might only be funny to an American audience. You know, for example, having American cultural references that might not be familiar to folks on your side of the ocean. So hopefully you'll get some good laughs tonight. And I want to, whoops, why is my, there we go. I want to point out that the inspiration for this talk comes from my friend Glenn Chappell, who we see at the upper right. Now, he is a contributing editor to Astronomy magazine in the US. And several years ago, he gave his own version of this talk to the Gloucester Area Astronomy Club. That's a town near Boston. If any of you have seen the movie A Perfect Storm, the ship that sank during that big storm in the North Atlantic came out of Gloucester. So that's Glenn's hometown. So he gave this talk on astronomy cartoons. I enjoyed it very much. He then sent me a bunch of his cartoons that he had collected over the years. So many of the cartoons tonight come from Glenn, and you can actually see one of his cartoons right here. Then I also have a friend named Julie Kaufman, who's a member of the Amateur Telescope Makers of Boston. That's the main astronomy club in Boston. She sent me a bunch of cartoons too. Here I'm with her in Indonesia. I guess that's a British beer. I'm drinking a Boddington there.
Oh, yeah.
On a cruise ship after seeing the 2016 total solar eclipse. She sent me a bunch of slides too, but I've collected, like hundreds of cartoons, mostly just Google searches. So most of these slides are ones I found, and they come from a mishmash of sources. And I don't really know the country of origin of many of the cartoons, so I wouldn't be surprised if there are some British artists in the cartoons tonight. In fact, maybe some of you can point them out if you know that some of them are British. Now, I did want to put one of my own jokes in, and I know that I'm assuming that at least some of you are football fans. So I decided to include one non-astronomy joke tonight, and that is, What does Manchester City's Jack Grealish and North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un have in common? So what do they have in common? Well,
I know
I'm going to leave that
this.
to the football fans.
Apologies, Bob. I've just muted you by mistake because Ken was in the waiting room and I went
Okay.
to admit him and it disappeared.
Okay,
as
well,
as I clicked. Sorry about that.
that's okay. Well, here's the answer. They desperately need a new hairdresser.
Well,
And I should point out, and Steve knows this, about 2 hours ago, I drove by the house of a current Premier League player. I'm from Hershey. That's where Christian Pulisic from evil Chelsea grew up. In fact, I met him this summer, a week after Chelsea won the Champions League. So I've been a Premier League fan for quite some time. And I should point out that I'm actually an Everton fan. I hope
Yes.
that won't cause too many of you to tune me off.
well that's 4 of you I know now.
We're not
Five.
exact.
5.
We're not exactly having a banner year this year, but I guarantee it, we're going to win the Premier League next year.
You know when you say this year,
Season.
how long are you defining a year as being?
Maybe it's a Pluto year. So in that event, I'll get started with the main part of my talk now. So I decided I'm going to feature 2 cartoonists at the start. And I'm sure many of you have seen these Sidney Harris cartoons. He's certainly, in the US, he's the most well-known science cartoonist. And if you enjoy his cartoons that I'll be showing you over the next several minutes, I would advise you to check out the November 2014 issue of Sky and Telescope. He wrote an article for us about how he comes up with his inspiration with his cartoons. So here's his first one. Now, as I said, I'm not going to be reading them. I'm going to assume that everybody but Steve will be able to read these. This is one of my favorites.
And we still don't know the answer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Astronomers at work.
yeah.
That's so true.
I never
Yeah.
know.
The number of professional astronomers we've spoken to said, you know, I've never even
Yeah.
looked through a telescope.
And add the amazement they do. We've had this with solar prominences. If you remember Chris at Landudno, professional solar observers never looked at the sun. You can't do that. It's dangerous. Crazy.
That's right. I like this one.
Due to a series of gravitational lenses. Oh, right. Does look a bit barren over there, doesn't it? Due to a series of gravitational lenses. What's supposed to be observed over there? Okay, Galileo. Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yep.
And by the way, a couple of years ago, I was in a tour group in Italy, and we were staying in Florence, and we had a day bus trip to Pisa to see the Leaning Tower. But I was just not, this is pre-pandemic. I was feeling sick that day, so I just stayed in my hotel room. I didn't want to get other people on the bus infected. So I missed my chance to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Pisa.
Yeah.
If false colors. Is that a Hubble palette?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, this is a bit busy one. This. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oops. I like that. This reminds me of the Far Side, but it's the easy version because it explains what's going on.
There's a lot of Far Side comics coming up, by the way.
Excellent. I love Far Side. Some of them I don't get.
Yeah.
Oh. Now you see it. Now
I like this one.
Ah.
It's the
Plenty of,
face
but
as
not
well.
enough. It looks so despondent, doesn't it? Hey?
Whoops, I went too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling. So that's the presses it, obviously.
Yeah.
I get it. Then the miracle occurs.
This is probably Sidney Harris's most famous cartoon. This one's actually very famous. I've seen this many times.
In many different scenarios, yeah. Just let Johnny in.
It's look the same. But they're
And by the way, that is true. It's actually scientifically accurate because he actually knows a lot about physics and astronomy.
Yeah. Isn't that only accurate 8 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Or before, or now, or after? Yep.
That's certainly true in the Everton clubhouse.
Need a telescope like that to see the trophy room.
Yeah.
Or is that a microscope? I'm never too sure which one.
Okay, now I'm going to move next to a very young artist who just happens to live in the town where my mother was born, and he lives in Allentown, Pennsylvania, where my mom was born 93 and a half years ago, named James Paley. And he's got a really fun, wonderful website, which I've listed here. So if you remember, sometime just check out his website. And he's, a younger artist. So his style, as you'll see, is quite a bit different from Sidney Harris.
Aye.
Now, could that be Jose Mourinho?
Oh, that's one cool son.
Yeah.
That's a bad pun. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, the moon. What is it next to the American flag there? I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
It's under something. Ah. Everyone's looking at us. So,
Enter spelled wrong again.
Yeah. Bob, can we just go back one?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. What was you saying, Dave? What's spelt wrong?
Center spelled
Centre.
wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Good
Well,
English.
as I said, this is an American show. Sorry about that.
Just Dave. Oh, maybe one day.
And now it's got some Chinese flags on it too.
Yeah, there's only 5 missions there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Welcome to Mars.
Probably from a few years ago as well.
Yeah, it's all down below.
Actually, the rover, this was just a few days ago, there was a NASA press release that it's done some carbon isotope measurements that do indicate the presence of life, or at least in the past. So that was kind of interesting.
No, I read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Read the robot thing alone. No. Yeah, that's why it's all been happening all the time, isn't it? That's why we don't have any messages.
No, I like this one.
It's not a competition. Put it away. Saturn showing off. Well, it is, isn't it?
Oh, this is great.
Humans land on Europa. There's a movie about a landing on Europa.
Yeah.
And that is more or less what it's that the film's about.
That's
I
true.
need to watch that now.
It's
I
called
have that on my
Europa
list.
Report.
Yeah.
Europa Report. No,
It's a very good movie. It's
it
a
is.
very good.
They know there's a life form there, but it's the
Yeah.
quite a good film.
Before they discovered it. Oh no, sorry, I won't tell you the end.
No, don't. They all die in the end.
Is it Cthulhu?
The ship sinks. Ah, on Titan. Steve. I would have thought it'd be black, oily, or something.
Oh, this one's really good.
Oh, that's a deep one there for decades. Was it the planet's IT department?
Now, yesterday I emailed this to Steve to make sure that like you guys have the same problem we have in the US where you call a company, you can't get them. Even when you're trying to pay the company, it's impossible like to give them your money. Do you have that problem over there too?
The worst part of it is that without fail, the message says we are experiencing unusually high call volumes.
That's
but
right.
it's all the time, so it's not unusual at all.
That's the same here. Yeah, that's the same here.
Yeah, you need to rephrase it. As usual, we're very busy.
Yeah.
That's it. Extremely busy.
Yeah.
I like the one where it says, your call is important to us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that really makes me feel better when I've been waiting 20 minutes to get through.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh,
You know
this is
that
great.
hold music that's on everything.
Yeah.
It's the default hold music on Cisco IP phones. There's actually YouTube videos of it, like 10-hour loops of it, because it's so well known. And it's so easy to change, but they just don't bother because they don't know how to work them. Sorry.
There's a little part of that.
Got me on one.
Yes. Mark, you used to work in the IT department. We know what you're like.
Yeah, I've done it on both sides. I worked in an IT department and I've worked on the support line for for a broadband company.
I like that joke because that is it's us being, there can't be any other life because there's no oxygen or there's no water base or.
Oh, this one's great. Yeah.
Extra. It's the look on his face. The face is saying all of this other stuff. I'm not too sure. Moron.
Okay, here's your English guy here.
Oh, no, it's Isaac Newton. I'm going to do it. Getting right on the edge. Oh, it's Schrodinger's cat. Is the scientist live or dead? Ask the cat. You put him in there.
So now I'm going to go to different themes, and we're going to start off with amateur astronomers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you guys might want to tune off now.
I've got to say, Bob, we're only 15 or 20 minutes into the show, and it's been the funniest I've heard up to now.
Okay. Well, there's some good. Oh, this is great. This is a great one.
Yeah.
Yes.
The neighbours is absolutely spot on. I've had that in the years gone. I tried to explain to me it'll all be upside down. What's the point?
Interestingly, it holds true for radio reception as well. If you
Right.
stick an aerial outside,
Oh, you're listening.
the neighbours think you can hear in the houses.
Yeah.
People think you can tap into secret transmissions.
Yeah.
Most of it's static.
Again, it's ignorance, isn't it? Most of it is born as static. Well, actually, the universe, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's radiation from the beginning of creation.
that's it.
Now, I'm assuming this is true over in Liverpool that your astronomers are star craving mad.
We also craving for the stars, but we've never seen because of the cloud.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that show.
Here you go.
Yeah. Breaking Bad, I
Did you
guess.
get that picture of Steve?
Need that on a t-shirt.
Steve, was that Steve? Is it Mark?
Oh, this is great.
I hope you realise this is being recorded.
Oh, we hope so. What's he walking past with his socks? Oh yeah. That's it. Any jobs you want me to do, love? I'll do the dishes. It's okay. Jim Browns are cheapest. Oh yeah, allows their money.
We all like her. She'll splurge on Astro stuff.
Yeah.
But wives aren't allowed to see that. This one.
Yeah.
There's lots of editors on the version. Chainsaw.
Oh.
Whoa. Deforestation. Hey, but look at that sky, eh?
Yeah. He's
See, we
probably
can't do that
Canadian.
here.
He
Canadian.
must be Canadian. We'll blame it
we
on
couldn't do that
Canada.
here. We don't own any of the land. So if we cut down the trees, you get arrested by the
Oh,
land.
wow.
We're still vandalism. It's called the tax. Yeah. Before the days of internet.
Yeah.
What's he doing up there? I'm lost on that one. I can't. That one's not jumping out at me.
Oh no, that's the joys of owning a Dobsonian.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Awkward position there. Oh, now that's Far Side, isn't it?
Yeah.
I recognise the characters.
What kind of scope is it?
That's an EV scope. Stop still, my boy. I'm not too sure about that tripod. It looks a bit.
Well, the planet looks very small, so the gravity is going to be really low. You can
Okay.
see the curvature of it.
Okay, so the next several are themed about the night sky, which I know you never see
No.
over there on your side of the Atlantic.
I did see a dot in the sky once when I was younger. My dad said it was called the sun. The gods put that. Ah, well, that's it. Sorted. Norse mythology.
Yeah, this is part of a comic strip called Hager the Horrible.
Oh, yeah,
You guys have it over there in England?
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is great. Yeah.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Tell you what, that approach of Saturn's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh, this is definitely an American
Okay,
cartoon.
definitely what you- Oh, dude,
It's only a matter of time.
exactly, Mark. This is going to happen. All them satellites
Yeah.
going up.
People
Yeah.
are trying already.
Yep.
Yeah, Elon Musk wants to send that network
Oh.
of satellites that'll totally ruin everything.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
sent a lot of them. He's got thousands up there now.
I like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
traditional
yeah.
representation of the telescope sticking out the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not impractical at all.
No. What could possibly go wrong with that? All these stars, but none. Ah.
Mm.
Oh, this one I just added today.
Yeah.
Granddad's a great. I'm waiting for the Sherlock Holmes one to
Yeah, I
pop
knew
up.
you were going to say that.
Yeah, you remember it, Chris?
I don't.
I need to
guys.
show this one to my mother because she loves doing jigsaw puzzles.
Wow. Yeah. I did have a jigsaw puzzle of the lunar map back in the early 90s.
Wow.
You had to put all your craters together. It sounds easy, but it wasn't. Night sky. Oh.
That's very appropriate for us now.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got to move back from this spot. Pull your pants up. That's fashion, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think what the hell this shows. That's quite right. Quite right. All right, okay.
Mm.
Yeah. This is one for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they turned off when you clapped, they probably went.
Okay, this one's fun.
Your shadow exists because light that traveled about 93 million miles unobstructed was deprived of reaching the last few feet by you, thanks to you. That's a good one.
Actually, that's a point I've made with light pollution.
Yes.
Indeed.
How to be the face on the sun, oh, right. I'll go with that. Yeah, okay.
Very good.
Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about eclipses and transit.
Oh dear. Well, Chris, I won't mention 1999 in Cornwall.
Please don't. Yeah. It didn't rain.
It didn't rain, no. It's dry.
No,
didn't
it
it?
was lovely.
Yeah.
It was
Hey,
lovely
it still
the day
went
before and
dark.
the day after.
Yeah, it went dark. It's,
Okay, so the next few come from
oh, yeah.
astronomer named Bill Kramer, and he lives
Bill
in
Kramer.
Jamaica, although he's American. But this is kind of like funny, like tips for eclipse viewers.
Yes.
But this guy's like trying to figure his camera out during the eclipse.
That's it. More technology, the bigger the problem.
Yep. And of course, this one is like,
No.
He's probably left
I
the
was
flash
leaving your
on.
lens cap on.
Let's go. Yeah, well, that'd be silly to do that, wouldn't it, Chris? Leaving the lens cap on. Oops, who done that, eh? Dead contact. No, slow down. Where's the next one? Yeah, just hang around to be another one.
okay, now this is great. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience.
That's the correct date.
21, 25. Let's make that one out, Chris.
Okay, now the next few are about professional astronomers and scientists.
Yet again, another professional telescope mount.
Yeah.
What type of mount's that?
You have to look carefully at the astronomer at the base of the telescope.
Yeah. Just got a new solar system. That's okay.
Okay, so these are professional astronomers.
Yeah, I think what I actually do. Yeah, computers. You should have a computer like that with that monitor. 286.
So that's just fun.
Sky. But how would you pronounce that? Scientist. Scientist. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, this is great. This is the far side one here.
God, I love the thrill of Saturday. It's worth zilch.
Equals 0.
Might have been better if that one said 42.
Oh yeah, 42 would be good.
That's right. Yeah.
It's true.
Look at that board. It's got everything on it. That's it made simple. You've got luminosity and everything in it. Oh dear. You can equally do one where the cleaner or the domestic, as they're called now, goes past and actually finishes it off for them. Is that telescope again? Oh yeah, there you go, Chris. Bob, just for the record, I did not accidentally leave my lens cap on during the 1999 eclipse in Bulgaria.
Okay.
That would be silly and not very professional. I was excited. Yep. Oh, I just got that. Oh. The scientists always have an egghead, don't they, in their own body?
Okay, now this one you have to know a little bit about astronomy.
We had to talk about metals. from Specialist, and he brought up the same thing.
Stop
Yeah.
killing.
Non-metals, metals.
I like that too.
Supernova poop.
That's about right.
Yeah.
And then helium and on its own over there.
Ah, poor little helium. The pasta and the you should never mix your
Very
pastas.
good.
You all know that. Just give it. He's threatened. He might by zero. Chris, that's one for you, mate. You're the mathematician. Take that. Just drop that chalk and move away from the board, sir.
Okay, so next few are Einstein, who's been very much a fodder for cartoonists.
Okay. Wow, there's that board again. That's a recent one, but 2016.
Yeah, this is an older one.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like there aren't very many political cartoons in this presentation, but I thought I could show this one.
Well, we get that one.
I'd have to be careful though about showing this to certain American audiences.
Yeah, I should imagine.
I might get shot and killed. So
can't you change? Instead of Trump, put whoever the local one is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's another Far Side one.
I'd say the time is actually money. Yeah, okay. You can't put a price on time, but actually you can. Yeah. There's the proof.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about relativity, black holes, and the laws of physics.
I felt some count for the parental elements.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
quite true. In these cartoons, you can actually carry on walking off the cliff until you look down, and then
Wouldn't it be handy if that worked in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, they do show the Roadrunner cartoons in the UK.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I wasn't 100% sure you know this cartoon character.
I always remember a t-shirt. Chris, do you remember a t-shirt? I'm going to go back to the Melody Maker and Musical Express days, and the t-shirt was basically Coyote's got hold of Roadrunner by the throat up in the air, and he's saying now beep beep, whatever, beep beep now, Roadrunner. That's the polite way of putting it. He finally caught up with him.
Wily Coyote.
Yeah.
The physicist and the philosopher.
And notice, by the way, the philosopher is a lot more way through his drink.
I just think that one glass is half. But is it half empty and half full? What's going on there?
This of all you golfers in the audience will love this one.
Oh, don't do golf, but black hole is known.
Yeah. Not a golf.
Oh, okay. I can get that. Yeah.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
You should be happy.
Got a long way to go.
The photo of a black hole. The Banks as well.
Perfect.
Chris Banks.
Here's another one of your Isaac Newton cartoons.
I don't know who fell on us. I'm laughing at it, but I don't really get it. I can see.
None of them survived.
Oh, none of them survived to tell the tale. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I get it. As I say, Far Side, I'd stare at them and think, I just don't get it. And then one moment, boom, light bulb goes on.
Piano's out of tune.
Upside down. In Australia, it'd be all right, Dave.
Yeah. Yes.
If it makes you feel any better, it took me 25 years to get a joke once. So, I can't tell you what the joke was on here. No, I'll tell you after we
It might come up. I mean, we may see it.
Oh, no, it won't. It won't be in this, trust me.
most of you know what the real Chandrasekhar limit is. Do you know what that is? The
What it
mass of a
means.
white dwarf.
Yeah.
1.4 solar masses.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to have some jokes about the Hubble Space Telescope. The misuse of the Hubble Space Telescope.
Oh dear. Well, from up there.
Now this is a good one. This one came out right after it launched. When remember it had it. Oh, whoops! Oh no, I meant to go back.
Okay, we're still on the piano folder.
I meant to go back. Yeah, how do I go back? Yeah, hold on. I meant to. I didn't mean to advance the show. Hold on.
It's still on the piano and the rocker and the tree.
Okay, it should be first photos from the Hubble. You might remember that originally it had a misshapen primary mirror. So this came out right after that was announced.
Yeah, we're on the piano, Bob. We're still on the piano.
You're still on the piano?
Yeah. Something's.
And we still don't get it, but there you go.
Something strange has happened.
Try unsharing it and then share it again. That might give it the kick it needs.
Who's that?
Who was that?
Well,
you've just broadcast that.
Okay, it should say first photos from the Hubble.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's distorted. Look at the taxpayers' faces. They're not very happy, are they? Why have you got one ear bigger than the other? The third left from the bottom.
Good.
Here we go.
He's
Okay,
made
now
all
we're
that
going
with
to talk about the origin and expansion of the universe.
It was an IKEA kit. A flat pack, well, almost flat pack.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
13.8 years ago. Oh dear. What could possibly go wrong?
One of them Brian Cox.
And, there is a serious scientific theory, though, that our universe was created in the lab of a civilization in another universe. I once edited an article for Astronomy magazine by Alan Guth about how someday we might be able to create a new universe. Considering how bad we're mucking up our universe, I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Is there a reset button that we could press?
Yeah, I wish.
And start all over again.
Yeah.
The thing is, what if there's a reset button in the lab of the people
Oh, right.
that created ours?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let's start that experiment again. I thought yeah, it's not, is it? It's only 10 minutes. I must remember that if I'm late for work. Come on, boss. It's only 10 minutes late. Kleinhurst. This is Smallhurst.
Yep. So now we're going to talk about the vastness of space. You are here.
Yeah. Yep.
Every day. Every week, I mean.
Now I'm assuming that you've had Calvin and Hobbes in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Not as big as it is over there, but we get it.
You get okay. So now the next ones are about the asteroid impact threat, and I'm wondering how many of you have seen the new movie Don't Look Up.
Oh yes,
I've seen most of it, but not the end.
Okay.
Don't ruin the end.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
Mark, just don't look up, mate.
Yeah.
What a fantastic film. I mean,
I
that,
watched
that's
enough of it to
interesting.
get depressed about it.
Yeah.
Because
DiCaprio.
of-
What you've
you
got to
can
do,
just see it
Mark, is
being that
watch
realistic.
past the end credits.
Oh yes,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Keep on watching all the way to the end.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
to
Oh,
the
yeah.
very
Okay.
end.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's more after the credits. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think
mean, that's
I freaked
quite
out
good.
my friend because I was watching it round theirs, and I was just, like as like the vice president's laughing at them and all that kind of thing. I'm
Yeah.
going, yeah, that's exactly what would happen. Nobody takes it seriously. I said, one could be on its way to us now, and we'd never know because nobody's looking. And they should be.
Scary.
I think I kind of brought the mood down a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. Asteroids away, asking how's that space program? The dinosaurs struggling Ooh, look! Ooh. I like these listeners, isn't
That looks like a Far Side one.
Yeah.
That's actually not Far Side, but it looks like one.
MBS.
Yeah.
It's the eyes
Yeah.
making it look.
Of course, if that asteroid or comet, whatever, hadn't destroyed the dinosaurs 65 million years ago, that's maybe what life would be like now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Reptilian, see the psychiatrist.
You know what? Here they spell center correctly from your point of view.
Oh, that's okay. We can accept
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's acceptable, yes. Otherwise, we couldn't laugh at it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty great.
Look how
Yeah,
close it-
it's funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny how meteorites always end up inside a crater?
Well, that's the next one. Yeah.
No, sorry. I'll mute me mic. Sorry.
Bob, I promise I didn't send
meteorites.
him the preview. I always liked the idea, saying about the dinosaurs, that the impact probably blew off some chunks of solid earth. Like a lot of it was vaporized nearby, but further out, there were probably dinosaurs standing on the ground that got blew off into space, and they're still out there.
They're still out there.
Still, they're out there. How can we find them?
Well, they're on the far side of the moon.
Yeah.
Or Mars. I like that one.
Yeah. This is great. Yeah.
Why are they running? look, the faces on them in the car.
In the next few now are about meteor showers.
No meteor showers.
Bob, I'd just like to say at this point, this is rubbish. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
Be sure to watch. Meteor shower. That is awful. That's bad, that one. Looks too It's the big one on the desk.
Mark, you have to make sure that Steve Barrett doesn't give us a hands-on meeting like that about meteors.
Meteor impacts. That's it. What you said before about don't look up.
Yeah.
But I'd look up now and then.
Yeah.
I got my ears are watery here. Sorry.
Your ears.
My ears and my eyes. Did I say eyes? I was thinking ears.
Ears.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant eyes, Mark. I didn't say. I actually said ears. I'm 64 in a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
And they'll always
ISS is
go
like
down-
that as well.
Yeah.
The
Like
ISS
some sort
hide
of
behind
quantum
clouds.
effect.
Oh,
The
here we go.
moment you look away, they're
Oh.
there.
And speaking of look away, I know Steve is really into horoscopes and astrology, so he might want to skip the next few cartoons.
Hey, Bob, he would be. He's a Capricorn. Yeah.
So the next few are about astrology and pseudoscience.
So, you say that word too easy. It's you shouldn't be able to say that word so simply. It's wrong. I always get mixed up. You get your food. Whoa, hang on.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the eyes on it.
I sense the drugs on this bottle about to align.
Ah, there's Capricorn. Yep.
That's it. Anonymous stranger in you, read by an anonymous stranger.
Pisces, not Capricorn.
Sorry, Steve. Now, Steve. Now we
Wouldn't
know.
want to get it wrong.
Yeah, we know what he is now. What's Pisces say on there? Hang on.
My star sign's not even on that list.
Well, well, yeah. Steven says you're wasting your time believing that.
Well, actually, I'm in a fucus.
Okay.
Yes, a few can. No, I'm not. It's a fire can.
You had to explain, Chris. The 13th sign of the zodiac.
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, a fire can. Yeah.
That's quite true.
On a point.
More simple, isn't it? Yeah, reading the
What's
horoscope
that?
work. Funny
Ghosts that
cat.
sound like people.
Funny cat video.
I love the little weird details in these.
I'll come back. Ah.
Well, we won't go into that.
Astronomy 101, that is actually a series of lectures, isn't it? I had them on MP3.
101 is like, you know, like, Bob, can you explain what a 101 class
That would
is?
be the introductory level astronomy course.
Oh,
like
right.
for
Yeah.
incoming students. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a series of lectures
any-
that were available, and
Yeah, you could
very
have like
good.
woodworking 101 and that teach you the basics and what
Yeah.
you can expect in the rest of the course. It's like
Yeah,
the
well,
first
the 101 I listened to is cosmology and really deep astrophysics and spectroscopy and really, really detailed. Oh, the
And I assume many of you remember all the doomsday stuff about 2012.
Yeah.
Also, in
it's in
hindsight, things did start going downhill at that point.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Maybe we're in the bad timeline after all.
Yeah.
Don't freak somebody out.
Okay, yeah.
Or the Flat Earth Society.
Yeah.
Hey, in that case, time would be constant.
Wait, we should change Liverpool for London, though, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But we are the center of the universe, so
Yeah.
well, some of us think so. Flat Earth thinks so. 2-1 slip up. We have slip up. 32 minutes. Jared might like that one. Good one, Jared. A unique gift.
Oh, them. Yeah.
Astronomers like
Oh,
to harass the
number
people at the
of,
start. Yes.
The number of people who email us and, you know, oh, I bought a star. Can you show me where it is? And you just haven't got the heart to tell them, you know,
Yeah.
you don't own the star
Yeah.
or the name of it. You know?
So
I've
you have
actually
that
got-
same problem over there, I guess. We
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
problem here too.
I've gone
Yeah.
as far to follow a request and actually produce an image, usually via the online observatories, of a 13th mag star, just so that they can say, well, okay, that's the star, and they look up in that direction, they can see it. But I do tell them, you know, it's not official and it's just a gesture. I do charge them £35 for each one, and I don't feel bad. And maybe that's something our society could do to raise funds.
Yeah, that's how
let's
you
let's sell
make up your
stars.
budget.
Yeah. Well, somebody bought a star and it turned out it was a triple galaxy. So they actually got 3 for the price of 1. They were very happy.
Well, they got hundreds of billions of stars.
Exactly 3 times
Yeah.
100 billion or whatever. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
800 billion or
Yeah.
whatever.
Billions and billions.
Billions. That's it. As Carl Sagan say, billions and billions. Of
Yeah.
I
stars.
bet the people who sold them are kicking themselves.
Yeah, but he's put them all on eBay now.
So I'm going to go on now to the romantic side of
Ah,
astronomy.
romantic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. That'll be broken. I can see. It's a nice way of putting it.
And this gets to what one of you were saying earlier.
That is romance, isn't it? Yeah, you must just give the RA and deck of the object. Yeah. I was actually, I just go slightly off target, just say about the coordinates of a star. I think Rob's in the audience, and he's heard this story many a time because he told me. Rob's on a honeymoon, and he's looking for San Juliac 1987A, because that's what you do when you're on your honeymoon. But it's a once in a lifetime. You may never see one like that again. But the best one with Rob was identifying the star from its RA and deck in the film Contact, Jodie Foster. And as soon as that RA and deck came up, Rob said to his wife, that's Vega. And Rob described me the look that Angela gave him. That would have been a picture. I hope you're there, Rob, and I hope I said that well.
Yeah, that's correct, Dave.
And I bet you that I know there's some women in our audience tonight. I bet you they like this one.
I've had a comment on YouTube from Pepsi 1x1 or Pepsi 1x1, just correcting you, Bob, that it's maths, not math.
We'd take that business from England as well, or the UK, I should say.
Mathematics, not mathematic.
Okay.
But we know what you mean.
So now we know from this why marriages don't last 5 billion years.
Ron Johnson.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be no procreation going on.
Oh, this is a good one.
Starlight Star Bros. Oh, I don't know how high that is then. There's that indication of how many floors they've got on that building. All them buttons.
Maybe they're in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Yeah.
It's lift.
Okay, so the next several are about space travel and exploration. Now, I used to work at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center right outside of Washington, D.C. Yeah. And this was a cartoon on one of the scientists' doors. And this one's not really funny, but I really like the message in this cartoon.
Yeah.
I assume everybody on this call right now agrees with the sentiment behind this cartoon.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, so now they go back to being funny.
There's so much, like, even in the funny ones, you can still see the philosophy of it, the way physics and philosophy.
Yeah. I'm reading this one, Mark. I'm thinking of Chris.
Thank you. I didn't
well, actually, it was a subject on the radio show we do. It was a subject that came up. What would music sound like on Mars or Venus? Because the different densities of the atmosphere, the sound of the vibrations of the strings would all be different. So the piano, for that matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something to contemplate.
I'd imagine on Mars it would be all tinny. If you could hear it.
Yeah, I've had that with a face mask on. Not so long ago. I mean, that must have been a problem. Surely one of them must have sneezed.
Oh, they must have done.
Initially, that looks like a scene from Alien, doesn't it? Except it's internal to the glass. It's unbelievable. That's how they twist the words, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. A giant gopher.
No, that's false. It's clangers.
It is a clangers.
Clangers.
It looks so friendly.
Actually, Bob probably won't know what that is.
Nope.
When you get a chance, Google clangers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The soup dragon, brilliant.
Yeah. clangers and soup dragon.
Family friendly orientated as well. So I surmise he's flipped the sausages up there or something. Is that a thing they do on barbecues?
How did you like the barbecue?
Solar radio, solar
An
energy.
electric one, Mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Where did he plug it in?
Well,
Solar powered.
into the monolith.
An extension lead that's 250,000 miles long. We won't go into Ohm's law on that one though. Well,
Oh, this is a great one.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Location, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that was, by the way, a great collaboration between a British, writer and an American filmmaker. So I've said before, when Americans and British work together, really good things happen. I think we all agree with that, I hope.
Sure, we can't have more of it, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Never ending.
I like that. I like that one.
That's a good one, Jared.
Yeah. Good one.
Shh, he's coming.
Oh, this is a Far Side.
Smashed. Oh dear. That's Homer Simpson, isn't it?
So, Bob, you've probably never heard of a grand day out, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
You've never heard of Wallace and Gromit?
Hey, Wallace.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he built a spaceship and went to the moon. It's called the Grand Day Out, I think.
Oh, okay. Is it online? I can look it up later.
You might be able to, yeah.
Probably will be, yeah.
There was a documentary about Nick Park over the Christmas New Year holiday, and he was doing a storyboard for Grand Day Out, and the bit about Wallace building the space rocket was just one cartoon. But when he actually started to do the animation, it took him 8 months.
Wow.
Wow.
It's the amazing detail in all those in all those animations that they do. Even as I think it was Chris or Mark was saying about the newspaper, and it's the articles that you read. You can read the headlines, and it's just silly things. Cheeseburglar caught or something. You think, what was that about? You know, Wensleydale snatcher caught again. Well, if they were little solar panels, if they were little solar panels, they would actually shine, wouldn't they, in the solar wind?
I like the dog with a little space helmet too.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to talk, or actually, Steve, it's been about an hour. Do you want me to keep going?
Go on, Steve, say yeah.
Should we have a break?
Yeah. Well, let's take 10 minutes, okay?
Okay, we'll take 10 minutes.
Sounds
I'll get
good.
another beer.
So back at 25 past, everyone.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. Is that Lance Armstrong?
Don't go away.
That's figured out a way to make the shuttle reliable. Get Lance Armstrong to tow it by the look of it.
And I'm going to go
During
get
the break, we're still recording and we're still live on YouTube. So feel free to talk, but watch what you say and how you say it. Because we are still live to the public as well. So,
Or bear.
yeah, or burp. If you're going to burp, please mute your microphone if you know it's coming in advance.
I'll be back.
Hello, Chrissy. How are you? Oh. Oh. Brilliant. Ah.
How is everyone? You all doing well?
Ah. Fine, thank you, Mark.
Good.
Yourself?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, we had a cosmologist booked for tonight. When Bob gets back, I want to say thanks to him as well. He stepped in at fairly short notice for us. The cosmologist couldn't do it over Zoom, and sorry, bear with me 1 second. I just had a message through on my phone. Sorry. Yeah, he couldn't make it tonight over Zoom, so I've rebooked him for March. And can you hear us, Bob?
Yeah, I just got down from getting a beer.
Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to say thank you for stepping in tonight at fairly short notice. Really appreciate it. We weren't sure whether we were going to be at the QMH or not until basically last week, a few days before, and we had to rearrange things at the last minute.
Okay,
So
no
thanks
problem.
very much to Bob. I really love having you as well. It's great, and thank you.
Sure. Yeah, it was really neat because I've given this talk to a couple different astronomy clubs, and I'm giving it in a couple weeks to the Hershey Public Library. But some of these jokes might be a little bit over the head. So some of the real technical ones I might have to
Remember,
take out.
we're still on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, but some of them are a little technical, like the one about Schrodinger's cat or the supernova poop. I'm not sure people who aren't really astronomers would get those. I figure I could show some kind of sophisticated ones to your audience.
Yeah, we've had some great talks over the years. Some that were a little, maybe a bit too mathematical, but interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've got the guy who was going to be on tonight, Luke. I was just telling people he's being rebooked for March, when we will hopefully definitely be back at the QMH. Although we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's doing, what's his thesis on? I can't remember off the top of my head. It was very interesting though, and cosmological. It's yeah.
You sorted for February? Are you sorted for February?
Sort of. I've got two names, and I've not booked either of them yet, but they're both on my list to speak to. Basically, because I'm not sure exactly what's happening in February at the moment. But now that things are starting to settle down a bit, I'm starting to book ahead again to get back to where I was before the pandemic, which was 2 years in advance, you know. And that, you know, I won't have to worry about is somebody booked then, you know, because people now, you know, when the pandemic happened, you know, I was saying to people, you know, can we do it online? And a lot of the lecturers were, I don't know how, or I haven't got the equipment to do it, and that sort of thing. So we couldn't keep the bookings, and that disrupted everything, you know. And obviously a lot of places didn't carry on with their meetings, at least at the beginning, whereas we did. You know, where we could, like when we got to, was it September or August? I think it was September, wasn't it, when we had the first online meeting. Yeah, so I'm really pleased that we managed to carry on, and it's been somewhat of a learning curve, but a good experience in that sense, a silver lining to it all. You know, we've learned how to use this technology, and you know, I've said this before, people, you know, think, oh, he's repeating himself again, you know, he doesn't half go on, he hasn't stopped talking for 5 minutes.
Oh, you must get that from
Take
me.
a breath. Yeah.
That
But
it could be
no,
a good
I mean,
thing.
it's been really good because we can have people like Bob come in from America, and the next step in this whole doing online stuff is where we have someone like Bob coming in on Zoom from America at the QMH.
Yes.
So
and why not?
it would be a Zoom meeting that people can join remotely, but rather than a camera pointing at the lecturer in the QMH, we'll have the projector projecting the lecturer onto the slide projector screen.
That'd be cool.
With an audience in front of him, physically in the QMH, watching the screen, but also people on Zoom. And so, we get the best of everything then.
Would we be relying on the quality of the Wi-Fi at the QM, at the meeting place?
Yeah, but it seems to be quite good.
Is it stable? Yeah.
Maybe
that's something we need to try, isn't it? Before
we've already effectively tried it in the last two meetings. The
of course,
November and December meeting, we were broadcasting Zoom from there, and the broadcast of it takes, that's the most critical part of the bandwidth issue, and it worked absolutely fine. So
Is it worth going in? Mark, is it worth me going in and asking what sort of speeds they've got?
I think we've already asked. We've done speed tests and stuff.
We can measure the speed in there, can't we?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but it was plenty. It was. We'd have to be doing like sort of, 4K resolution streams for it to start to matter, and we're years away from that, I think. So
what about if there was other people having other meetings doing something similar?
That could affect it, yeah. That could impact it. But even then, they would have to be really, really taxing.
But Chris, what's the worst case scenario? There's only 2 meeting rooms, is there?
I think there's 3. If you remember, we used one upstairs. There's another floor.
Right. I always think we're on the top floor for some reason. But there's one above us.
The odds of
top ones are small workshops.
The odds of having 3 sets of people doing all kinds of stuff, presentations like that, are remote, I must admit. Just a thought.
So 3D holograms of Bob giving us a live lecture on stage, and not possible.
That's for next year, yeah.
That's next year. Yeah. Okay, well, we can work on that, Bob.
And by the way, my parents are Quakers.
Oh, really?
I was raised in a Quaker household.
Yeah. Well, many decades ago, we'd hold every year. We'd hold cheese and wine, a reception to the opening of our meetings. We'd have a short lecture and then follow it with a cheese and wine. It was always very popular. Nice selection of cheeses and fruits to go with it. Eric Jones, who's sitting in our in the room at the moment. Hi, Eric. Eric's mother, Ron Kelly's mother, and 1 or 2 others, Margaret Strack and Anne Goebel, they would all arrange it. Tony and Jean Williams would also be involved in that. And it was a great event every year, very popular.
I love the cheese and wine.
Yeah. But consequently, we moved out of the museum and the cathedral meeting places, and we've now got this meeting place at the QM, which is great. Facilities, but we've got to respect the wishes of the Quakers, and they don't do wine, unfortunately. A cheese reception on its own doesn't have that much effect, I don't think.
You're saying that, Dave. Dave, you're saying that, but it's only recently we've discovered about them allowing us to take drinks into the meeting room. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they say they don't mind us taking alcohol.
A tea, coffee, cheese reception. I don't know.
It's worth asking.
A brewery in the basement.
Dave's just saying
we could all do it in September or May or whenever.
I'm wondering if we should resume now.
Is everybody back?
Steve, is everyone back, Steve?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think most people are. So, let's carry on, Bob. Yeah.
Okay. I should just mention. During the break, I texted a friend of mine who is an Arsenal fan, and she texted back, and I said I told her I was giving a talk to the Liverpool Astronomical Society, and she says, "Tell them all hi from me." And then she says, "I may be an Arsenal fan, but I'm a closet Liverpool fan.
Is that acceptable, Steve?
Since last night.
Yeah.
Bob, you should be aware that Liverpool beat Arsenal 2-0 last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know that.
But does anybody care about the Carabao Cup?
Well, that's a good point. Hey, it's away into Europe.
Oh, yeah. If we don't finish in the top four, it'll get us into Europe, won't it?
Yeah.
It's a marvelous cup. A marvelous cup.
With the record holders as well.
And by the way,
is there any room left in the cabinets to put another trophy in there?
Here, and just so you know where I come from, if Christian Pulisic plays in the final, I'm going to root for Chelsea. If he doesn't play, then I'm going to root for Liverpool, because you have to remember he's from my hometown and I've met him in person. So I'm going to be I can't tell you right now who I'm going to root for in the final.
You sound very flexible in your choice of football team.
That's true. Yeah. It's a little easier being 3,000 miles away from where it's all happening. So, yeah. You have to remember, my house is less than 2 miles from where Pulisic grew up, and I was writing about him for our local newspaper. So I just feel this strong local connection. So I hope you'll all forgive me and won't turn off the talk now.
I think you've passed the audition.
Okay.
You can carry on.
Okay. So in any event, I'm going to now talk. A lot of these are old. The next few cartoons, some of them are a little bit older. You know, we went through this period, which we're still in, where because of budget cuts and canceling the shuttle program, NASA wasn't launching people into space. So the next few were kind of from that period. So, yeah.
The rocket chair up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sad.
It's almost a reference to Meatloaf today.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. NASA needs money. By the way,
Bob, can I ask, what is a moon pie?
I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's in a moon pie. Here's something you all might find interesting. If you would ask an average American citizen, like let's say you're in New York or in some small town in the Midwest, walking down the street, and you just randomly ask somebody what percentage of the federal government's budget is spent on NASA, the typical answer would be like 25%. The actual answer is 0.5%.
Wow.
And it's the exact same answer. If you ask people, what does the United States spend on foreign aid? How much is the federal budget? People will say, oh, we spend about a quarter of the budget on like aiding other countries. And it's about the same as NASA, 0.5%.
Same thing happens here with the benefit spending.
Yep.
The same thing's being shown. It's like I would be surprised if it's not the same in every country.
Yeah,
with their own individual things. Really interesting.
Do astronauts ever grow up? What a job. Right?
Okay, now this is a good one. Yeah, NASA stuff.
2020.
Being postponed a bit.
I thought there'd be a McDonald's up there by now.
I'm going to say, beat down McDonald's out there.
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, for those of you who really want to be an astronaut.
What a way to go. What a view.
Yeah.
Not very pleasant, but whatever.
That's it, yeah. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, no.
I got a phone signal.
But that'd be the new generation. That's the generation now, isn't it? I can't. Can you get Wi-Fi? No. I can't go.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah.
Have you tasted astronaut ice cream? It's vile.
Yeah, do you remember
we used to buy some of our shows.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful.
This is a NASA mission to Mars.
Oh dear. Too late. But yeah, you don't know until you're a month into the show, do you? You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, married couple.
Yeah. Oh dear.
One of the things we should do is we should have a competition to think of who on planet Earth, if you could send 5 people to Mars, which 5 people would you choose to go to Mars?
Donald Trump's got to be in there, hasn't he? Boris Johnson.
I was going to say we'll send Boris Johnson and Trump.
Yeah, there's 2. And any troublemakers.
And Putin too.
Yeah, at least another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Xi Jinping and Kim Jong Un. Those are the 5 I'd send.
Yeah, but
the world will then be a lot better place.
Careful, you put us on the radar.
Yeah. Was it YouTube won't like us? Isn't it space dating? Okay. Was that political correctness? Yeah.
I bet that happens, that like those tiny little things that irritate people
Yeah.
for months and months, they must build up.
This is great. This is a Far Side.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. We're hanging by a thread, literally, aren't we?
Oh, somebody mentioned Australia earlier.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a good one.
And by the way, the editor of the former editor of Australian Sky and Telescope, Greg Bryant, who's a friend of mine, he's a Liverpool fan.
Hey.
He lives outside Sydney.
Funny that the
this-
Australian program's called Arse as well.
Yeah.
The Australians. Hang on. Yeah.
You can mention Tranmere now and again if you want.
Sammy, that's a football team, isn't it? Merseyside based.
I've probably never heard of them.
There you go, Bob. Do you know we actually have 3 football teams?
Who's the third team?
Tranmere
Everton.
Rovers.
What's that?
Tranmere Rovers.
Oh, right. And what
I
division
always
are they
forget
in?
about them.
They're in the second division, League 2.
League 2. Okay. Can they beat Everton right now?
Yeah, probably.
Well,
Give
yes,
them a
they're actually
chance.
playing well.
So I thought people would like this one too.
That's like Planet of the Apes, isn't it? I like that.
Oh, this is funny. Yeah.
Cyber spaceship. Yeah.
Me playing Elite.
Yeah, that's it, Mark. Cargo Bay.
If you haven't played Elite Dangerous, you need to.
Yeah. He's lost his keys. Are they his house keys? Not the car keys. What's he doing? I didn't come all this way to work.
This is great. Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? It's the same with the
Supermarket doors.
Automatic doors. May the force be with you, young Mark. Oh. Dad, you're not really opening the door.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is a good one. Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Getting more and more true all the time.
The cow graveyard incoming. Here's another one. Look out. Again,
Oh,
don't
this
look
is
up.
great.
Oh. Is that what a cow would say? Moo. Or think. Moo. I think we'd be more of a moo.
Okay, now we're gonna get a few cartoons about space junk.
Yeah.
Kitchen sink
There's
as
the
well.
golf club, the teddy bear. What else have we got there? The sink plunger.
They're actually,
That's John Glenn.
yeah.
Have you heard about Kessler syndrome?
What's
Go on.
that?
Yeah.
Kessler syndrome is this scenario that could happen where you've got lots of space junk, big chunky bits floating around. Two of them happen to crash into each other, potentially in opposite orbits. So they hit each other at 36,000 miles an hour.
Wow.
Or was it 36,000 kilometers an hour? I can't remember. It vaporizes some of it because of the sheer force of it, the energy. But lots of tiny bits go flying out at incredible speeds, hitting other things, which break apart, which send out lots of tiny bits, which hit other things.
Kessler
and you
reaction.
end up with a cloud of tiny fragments surrounding the orbital plane that is in use for all of them, effectively boxing you into the Earth. You can't send anything up because it can't get through. You can't really clean it up once that happens. But sorry, I will shut up now.
It's only a massive set, Mark. I feel depressed now. Thank you.
I've got this, haven't I?
I was in show. I was laughing me head off.
Bringing real.
I'm not entirely sure that
Thanks,
that
Mark.
was work.
That's really cheered me up.
Cheers. Good to sleep well tonight, Mark.
Thank you. Can we have a new secretary, please? This one's rubbish.
Actually, guys, we actually have an example of that happening in the solar system. And of course, that's the rings of Saturn.
All right.
They don't form a complete cloud. They form a disc.
A spherical type cloud.
So, that couldn't happen, I don't think. We'd
have an artificial
You'd get
ring.
a kind of like maybe a sort of flattish donut. So you'd still be able to go up and over.
And this one's actually kind of, it refers to global warming, which is kind of depressing too.
But that puts a positive aspect on the negative. Doesn't it?
Okay, well, I'll try to get back to funny ones now. We're going to go to Mars.
I'm just going to get the razor blade. I was sorry.
Don't worry, I'm being quiet.
And obviously, yeah.
The greatest mystery of the cosmos was solved.
But are they? It's like the gloves, isn't it? Is there another one with the all left-handed gloves?
Behind that mountain on the right there is all the biros.
Yes, that's
all the pens.
Oh, this one's great.
I was just going to say, years ago, I cycled Land's End to John O'Groats, and on the route, we counted. So there's something like 75 left-handed gloves. There was never right-handed gloves, just left-handed gloves. I think, well, why is it? Are these people who've only got one arm, perhaps, and they only use the one glove? Or
it's not the gloves that get me; it's the shoes at the side of the road.
But where's the other shoe? They must be hopping
where
around.
did they all? Why are they all there? How many people lose shoes on the motorway when they're driving? How does that happen?
These things happen. That's something to wonder over.
Tell you what you want to find on the railways.
Yeah. Leaves, lots of leaves on the rail.
I found a drum kit once.
A drum kit.
On the side of the track. Somebody must have slung it over the back garden.
Yeah. It's the things that they leave at the station. I've heard of reports that, they're lost and found in the stations, and there's artificial legs and things. Surely you'd notice when you're getting off this train. Where's my leg? Oh, I'll get back to the cartoon.
And by the way, this cartoon here is relevant to Don't Look Up, where you make some great or important discovery and no one cares.
Yeah.
Especially in the US, we're just so obsessed with our celebrity culture.
Yeah,
is it like that over there too?
Yeah.
I guess you guys have the royal family.
Prince
we have a mix of the royal family and tons of American stuff that doesn't even matter there.
Yeah.
I've got to say, Bob, our royal family isn't very popular in Britain at the moment. It's not very popular in the royal family either. So,
your royal family might be more popular over here than it is over there. Yeah, where you are.
I think
the Queen's supposed to be celebrating whatever billion years as Queen or something. Not a good year to celebrate.
Yeah. I'll move on. Okay, here we go. Yankee, go home. By the way, see where it says spirit on the right? Yeah. There's a naughty word there that I X'd out.
Can you give us the? I can guess it. The first
it begins
letter
with a letter F.
Yeah, yeah. I can guess that one.
I'm not going to show this one to the library.
Is that free
Okay,
spirit?
now we're going to do the moon and the planet.
It could be free spirits. Who said that?
Yeah.
It could be free spirits. What the moon believes.
believes.
Oh yeah, the moon. Well, yeah, everyone believes the
If you
individual.
do want to include
Just-
that one, send me the original and I'll Photoshop a more friendly message
Okay.
onto it for you.
Well, Phil's just said free spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking go home
Yeah.
instead.
Ah.
I can fit that in.
Okay, this is a good one. A day on.
Yeah, yeah. That was my Monday this week. Yeah. That's the Sundays.
Well, remember, time's relative.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending where you are.
This one's kind of corny, but I like it.
Clever.
This is good.
Oh, bear it sack.
Oh God.
Really very high risk of bear it sacks.
I like that one.
It's a tough one.
Oh, this is funny. May contain nuts.
Yeah. Those two are stupid jokes.
And by the way, all the nuts right now are on our side of the Atlantic.
Oh no, we got some over here. We still got Farage over here.
Okay.
You can have him if you want. We can trade.
Okay, yeah.
We'll take what's that?
Not
Ronald
for Piers
McDonald?
Morgan, though. He's staying over there.
You don't want to trade nuts because our nuts have guns.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, some of them are over here as well.
Oh, my
And the
head's
next
gone.
ones are poor little Pluto. It got demoted.
Boo.
Okay, so we can, for the next few cartoons, we can feel sorry for Pluto, right?
All the Disney characters. Okay, Pluto.
And by the way, I used to work for the Walt Disney Company. I was a low ranking editor at Discover magazine, which at the time was owned by Disney. So I literally worked for a Mickey Mouse operation. I actually had Mickey Mouse on my paycheck. A little Disney logo with Mickey Mouse.
I got to
was
say,
on
what
my
did you pay me?
paycheck.
Payment cheese.
Yeah.
Favor spelled wrong.
Oh, the Dave's picked up a spelling mistake. Let's just go back there, Bob. What was that one?
What's that?
Dave
Favor.
spotted.
Oh,
Favor. Oops.
are you back on the Disney characters?
No, we're
No,
all back on.
Okay, hold on. I need to
Share
just
screen
put it out.
again?
Yeah, I need to stop. Okay, are we back on the Disney characters?
We are.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
favor. Yeah,
All in
all in
favour.
favor of
Okay.
readmitting. Is readmitting spelled correctly, David?
Absolutely.
We're happy with that. That's okay.
Nothing wrong with Pluto either.
Yeah. Yeah, Pluto's a planet. We know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's it, isn't it? Those outer planets are going to go, well, you know, you wouldn't listen. Styrofoam balls. I've got a bag of, I've got to be careful how I say this, haven't I? We're on the air. I've got a bag of polystyrene balls in my cupboard. I've got to be careful to say that. Yeah, for that very reason. Well, there you go. Look at the face on there. And the cats don't look happy. And the no. Oh, downsizing.
Have you ever heard of a lady called Dr. Becky Smethurst?
Yes, I know Becky. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was watching one of her YouTube videos earlier today because it came up and said Pluto is a planet again. Apparently there's a scientific report come out. They want to redefine the definition of a planet. But
Yeah.
what it means is that the moon would be a planet. All the big moons that go around Jupiter and Saturn would be planets. Loads and loads and loads of things will be planets.
Can of worms, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just got to accept it. Yeah.
But think about Pluto for a minute. It's big enough to be spherical. It has 5 moons. It has an atmosphere. It has an active geology. Somebody try to tell me that it's not a planet.
Has it cleared its path?
Well, it hasn't, but neither has Jupiter or Earth.
That's my argument.
Trojan asteroids. We've got thousands of near-Earth asteroids that cross our path.
That's it. Earth hasn't cleared it, has it yet? So
you'd have to reclassify Haron as well, because they don't orbit the same center. They don't.
Yeah.
One doesn't orbit around the other. So
The other thing too is if you have an object far away from the star, it's going to have a much harder time clearing out a path.
Yeah.
Because of the vast volume of space and the slower orbital motion.
Much slower, yeah, of course.
So distance from a planet shouldn't be a factor on whether an object is a planet or not. So my view is Pluto should still be considered a planet. I thought it was here's a good one. You've probably heard of the mnemonic, my very educated mother just something pizzas or something. It's many very egotistical maniacs just screwed up nomenclature.
But isn't it Neil deGrasse Tyson who gets the blame for demoting?
He gets part of the blame.
But he says he didn't demote it. It wasn't his idea. He says he just looked into it.
It was the whole IAU, and the person who was president of the IAU at the time was Jocelyn Bell Burnell. You know,
we can't badmouth our Jocelyn.
No,
that's right. Yeah, and I met her a couple years ago. She came to Pennsylvania to give a talk. I actually have a photo of me talking with her.
Yeah.
So I actually got a chance to meet her and talk to her in person. Very nice, very nice. And she's lovely. In fact, she gave a great talk, which I recorded it. I could send the recording to Steve if any of you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, I can send that to Steve.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, let me move on here. So here we, of course, have, the Pluto is a planet.
Oh, yeah.
This is great.
You can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Could be Justin Bieber or something, right?
Or Justin Bieber, or who else? There's loads of them. I can't even think who they are. No planet left behind.
Here's the thing: if they do reclassify Pluto as a planet, and the moon and all that, does Ceres then get classified as a planet again?
That's the thing that always annoys me about all this thing about Pluto. No one ever talks about Ceres ever.
Yeah.
They're not taking it serious, are they?
No, not taking it serious at all. No,
they're not taking it very serious. Serious. They expect it with the star serious.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make it really simple. Anything that orbits a star as its primary object of orbiting and is big enough or has enough mass to be, spherical is a planet, then Ceres is a planet.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll vote for you, Bob.
You start a petition, Bob, we'll sign it.
Okay, yeah. And by the way, when Pluto got demoted, I talked to several American astronomers who were at the IAU meeting, and they did think, because that was right around the time of the Iraq War, that there was some anti-American sentiment, and that because Pluto was discovered by an American astronomer, I don't know if that's true or not, but I was told that by several very high-level planetary astronomers that there was some anti-American. But then I pointed out, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's American, kind of led the charge against Pluto. Like the vote, there were plenty of American astronomers who voted against Pluto. So I don't know if it was really true or not, but I was told that. I don't know though if it's true. So don't quote me on that.
Bob, are we in general agreement? If it's peanut shaped or duck shaped or made of gaseous, we don't class it as a planet. Jupiter can get away because it's got maybe a solid core.
Yeah, well, I mean,
core.
really, Jupiter and Saturn are fundamentally different kinds of objects than like Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. I mean, they're really fundamentally different. And then Uranus and Neptune are kind of in between.
Yeah.
But one thing I think that's been, I'm maybe getting too technical here, is the exoplanet discoveries, especially from Kepler. The most common type of planet in our galaxy is a super Earth, and we don't have any in the solar system. So that's really weird. That's really weird.
As far as we know.
That's right. There could I think that 10th planet is likely to be real. And if it is, it's probably a super Earth.
And the other weird thing about our solar system, again, as far as we know, all the ones that we're detecting, but it might just be because of how we detect them, but they tend to have the gas giants in the inner solar system or inner star system, and if they've got rocky planets, they're probably further out, whereas ours kind of got into a resonance and danced around and ended up the other way.
Well, that's the latest theories, isn't it? Jupiter and Saturn were closer in, and
it
they
could just
migrated
be
out.
observation bias because we can't detect those systems yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of observation bias. That's correct.
Yeah, James Webb's going to help us a bit with that.
Yeah,
Bob, isn't it amazing that these cartoons have sparked such deep conversations on?
That's right.
astronomy?
Yeah.
You know, it initially is just cartoons to laugh at.
Yeah,
well, I think so. You got to remember, Liverpool is the capital of comedy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Per square meter, there's more comedians allegedly.
But I thought it was the capital of rock music because that's where the Beatles come from.
As well as
Okay.
And the Mersey Beats and the
we've got a lot of capitals.
We have a lot of
capital of the Galvin show as well.
Okay.
Me and him.
Mark, we just keep it going. We're a nucleus, me and you.
If you go back pre-Copernicus.
Okay, this is a good one here. They say Pluto.
Bob, can we just take what Jim was saying there?
What's that?
Back pre-Copernicus, the Earth wasn't a planet, but the sun and moon were.
That's right. That's true. Yeah.
That's a good thought.
Yeah, planet is really just an object that we see moving in the night sky from night to night.
We don't see ourselves moving, do we, of course?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, this is great.
That's Tom Cruise. No longer stop. I actually saw that interview. He's nuts. Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna do Star Trek and Star Wars.
Okay.
We talked about Star Trek earlier.
No man has gone before. Look at the one in the red shirt. Soon will be Scotty.
We know about red shirts.
That's it, the red shirts, isn't it? Don't wear the red shirts. Oh, Tribbles. Yeah, I never liked that episode.
No.
I like the Deep Space Nine one where they went back in time.
That was very good, very clever.
That was good.
Captain's log.
And by the way, this is your actor. I interviewed Patrick Stewart twice on the telephone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I made tapes and I lost them.
Oh
no. Bob, have you ever seen Extras?
What's that?
A TV program called Extras.
No, I haven't.
Right, Patrick Stewart guests on it.
Oh, really?
Episode, you must watch it. It's very, very funny. The show is about a bunch of extras who work in the background of TV programs, and they like in the canteen they'll chat with the stars of the program and stuff. And in one of them, Patrick Stewart is the star of that one, and the extras are sort of chatting with him, and he's telling them a very interesting story about an idea for a script that he's got. And it's very good. You should watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, I interviewed him twice on the phone, and he was he's a very thoughtful man. He was very friendly, and I really enjoyed interviewing him.
Yeah.
So this was back in the 90s when Next Generation was on, when I worked at Astronomy magazine. But he was delightful to interview, and I wish I made tapes, and I lost them. I recorded it, and I can't find those tapes, and that kills me to this day.
Oh.
So anyway, I'll keep moving on here. So it could be a Romulan trick, and then we'll go to the next one. Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Nobody's caught on. Well, yeah, okay. But surely you could turn up on what you call it in America, Halloween night.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no one would know it was an alien. And ET did that, didn't they? They had the ET walking through the streets on Halloween.
They did a what was that? Wasn't Star Quest? What was that film?
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest.
That is
a great movie. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That is so funny. That. Okay.
Oh, this is wonderful. I love this one.
Well, that was a film. Yeah. 2014. Old phones. They're from the future.
Oh, this is great too. Yeah.
Things from the TV series have come true. Yep.
I wonder if Star Trek hadn't happened, would we have, tablets and things? Did they? I mean, they obviously provided the inspiration. I mean, at least with mobile phones, it's on record that the inventor was inspired by Star Trek. Would we have?
That's right. Yeah, the design and
things that we have, or would we have them, but they'd be very different? Would they look?
Yeah.
Well, okay. On those objects-based there, the universal translated tablets, communications, IP, earpiece, and whatever. Did anybody predict that there would be 62-year-old Trekkie fans?
Yeah.
I mean, like there is actually universal translators now that you stick in your ear.
Oh, the good Babelfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's hypersprays and tricorders as well.
Yeah.
So here's NASA's designed a spacecraft to feed hungry astronauts on long missions.
I didn't get it at all. At the first, I thought, like, oh yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go to Star Wars.
Well, the LED version would be good.
Yeah.
Chewbacca in the back.
Yes.
Practice on the snowman.
Okay, now is there intelligent life on Earth? Okay.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, no gain. Yep. There's got to be a better model, hasn't there? A Mark 10 version or something.
You've probably seen this one before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. Creator's remorse.
Oh dear. I like the way the planets always show the United States. But it doesn't get a look in Europe. Oh. Well, which one should we go to?
Probably somebody's microwave oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to get to aliens, UFOs, and abductions.
Oh dear.
You guys want to see these?
Yeah.
Okay. I bet aliens ride past Earth and lock their doors.
I've seen some in Liverpool.
Yeah.
They stop
Okay.
for a
Now
day.
we've got the next several are Gary Larson and the Far Side. So
English translation. Take me to your stove.
I think this guy's a genius.
Yes.
Oh, shakes him by the head. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Well, they're just taking the important stuff. He spilled down That reminds me of what I think it was a Far Side one. I think he was hit by a nasty bug. Basically, it's like an amoeba virus or whatever that punches him. Smacked by a nasty bug. Yay. Let's see you roll. I thought it was the dolphins that were intelligent. The bear. That is the bear again, Mark.
You have to look at the top of the bear and the hunter at the top.
Well, that's it's in the Far Side. That's a recurring joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the right? Wow, that's insane.
Oh, I love this creature. Yeah.
Okay. He's going to touch it, isn't he? You can tell.
I love the way they're just sitting in the house.
Yeah, but it's the way they're saying. They got a good sense of humor. They're smiling, aren't they?
Yeah.
I love how daft Far Side ones are. They're either daft or clever.
Yeah.
You know.
Andy's gas and go. That's just bad design, isn't it? Life form that looks like a hydrant. I'm trying to work out what they are.
Pedestrian crossing,
Oh, the
pelican.
pedestrian crossings. I'll make that decision. Oh, right. That's the
Okay, now we're going to talk about the alien view of humanity.
Yeah.
Wearing feathers.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Exact amongst us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot more than us, isn't there? Mostly shit. Okay. I thought that was a spelling mistake there. I had to read that twice. It's just the opposite of what we think. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
absolutely true.
Yeah.
Politics as well.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Which leader should we take you to?
Okay, this is great. There's a little politics here.
Yes. Well, that could be European elections or
yeah.
UK elections. Could be anything. Yeah.
This is funny. Yeah.
Oh my God. OMG. WTF. That's the way the language is becoming abbreviated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to get the grammar.
You guys will love this one. You guys will love this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something they call a football field. I mean, Chris and Steve and Phil. I'm sure
Have you
agree on
noticed
that.
though, Bob? People like the journalists and everything, when they talk about spaceships and things like that, they always refer to the size of them in relation to things in the kitchen, like it's a fridge-sized spaceship or something along those lines.
That's right, wash machine. They crashed, they crashed a wash machine-sized object
Exactly.
into Clavius.
The other one that they seem to use, I presume they don't use it in America, but they do in the UK. The size of whales.
Yeah, we all know how big a whale is, the average whale, don't we?
No, the country.
The country Wales. But how many people know where Wales is outside of the UK?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I presume it's not used outside of the UK. But
it's just not.
Yeah.
We need to start measuring.
Yeah, the other favourite one, Bob, obviously, they measure things in relation to the size of Texas.
Yeah.
But over here, we don't really know how big Texas is, you know.
It's big.
It's big, yeah. John, what were you saying there?
We need to start using bananas more to measure radiation.
Bananas.
Bananas are radioactive.
Yeah. Apparently, if you do get a Geiger counter, they will go tick tick. Yeah.
There is actually a banana unit to measure radiation.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting fact, John. Johnny.
You can. Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Carry on.
Yeah, you can actually measure radiation in bananas.
Well, I just ate one for lunch today.
Well, interesting fact I came across on the radio. Somebody had phoned in for whatever reason that their bowl of fruit was going off a little bit quick. Their fresh fruit was going off, and they wanted to know why. And this expert said, "Are you putting bananas on top of your fruit bowl?"
Oh yeah, they make.
And they said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, take the bananas off, put them aside, and your fruit will last longer because it gives off gas, or maybe, as you say, radiation." And
it's the gas that does that.
Yeah, it sets the other fruits off. So there you go. There's a handy tip. Never thought you'd come across that on
store
LAS.
Your bananas with the other fruits.
Yeah, see, this is what you learn when you come to Liverpool AS.
Yeah, no astronomy.
Yeah, no astronomy there, but it's banana related. So there we go. Now we have finally determined the appearance of the human. Behold, a three-armed child. Three-armed. Ah, yes. There you go. I thought you had to have 8 arms to operate them things.
This one I like. This one was sort of, I came out during the pandemic.
That's where it all went.
Oh, someone's got to find a use for it. That's heaven, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Eric von Daniken.
Yeah.
Maybe he was right. Run away.
I take it that's a fairly recent one.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. I was trying to remember what the unit was called. I've just Googled it. It's called bed, and it's banana equivalent dose.
Well, I've always found that bananas are a healthy food because it's what we call stored energy. You can have a banana in the morning, and it usually kicks in about 11 to 12 midday. It's just delayed energy that it releases, which it could be the radiation again. I don't know.
Tennis players are fond of them, aren't they? You get a lot of the tennis players having bananas.
Really?
It's more like to do with the gas.
Yeah. Gas exchange in the body.
I hope people like this one.
Yeah, we always turn it on ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I wonder what it says on the paper.
What does that say?
It says global UN report on global warming.
Number 449 or 499. Idiots.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a little happier.
If it's true.
Okay, now the next ones are about abductions.
No one expected that type of probe. Yeah. Ah.
I'm not sure.
Doesn't look happy.
Now, this would be maybe more relevant in the US, but I think you'll still get it.
Yeah, he hasn't got his card on him, is that right? Insurance card. Imagine we're going that way, so it won't be long before we'll actually understand that. Yeah. Greetings from Area 51. Look at the cow.
Oh, the women will like this one. The women in the audience will like this one.
All the good ones.
Bob, have you ever watched a movie called Paul?
No.
Oh, yeah, Paul.
It's quite, it's sort of quaint British humor, but you might like it.
Okay.
It's
Now,
relevant
this
to what we're
one's
doing here.
this is a great one for Liverpool or even Everton fans.
Well, that's apt for Liverpool.
Until after the game is over.
Yeah, there's an example, Bob. Last week, with all respect to Steve, he was busy on the Saturday. We were talking about having a meet-up to discuss some LES matters, and he said he wasn't available between 2 and 4 p.m. Because the match was on. And that is it, isn't it? You do not interrupt the match. Nothing.
Yeah,
stops.
that's right. Yeah.
And you just got to accept it, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Go, Glenn. You got to prioritize. Mothers make cookies. That lemonade. What's he holding a jacket? I don't get that. We want those jobs. For the school. Sultan likes that one.
Yeah.
Oh, free beer.
Yeah. That would totally work, though, wouldn't it?
They'd just be queuing up, wouldn't they?
Free, I was going to say
same
free
basic
Wi-Fi.
joke, but free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi. Football match on big screen.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
Well, that could be Boris Johnson, right?
Yeah, he's a politician.
It's too thin.
That reminds me of Spitting Image all them years ago when the president's brain went missing. It was Ronnie Reagan, and his brain went missing, but basically no one noticed. But the brain just went off for a holiday. I've got a bad feel, oh dear.
Oh, this is great. The women will like this one.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think she believes him.
Oh, this is a great one. Yeah. The first final alien abduction.
They're not going to like the skunk.
Oh, there's a message in the way we can't read the words. So
there you go.
Right,
Of course, being in the UK, we never get to experience the smell of skunk. But I believe it's not very nice, I believe.
I'm ready to move to the UK. We have skunks all around where I live. How do I emigrate?
Well, the only problem is there's many things over here that stink as well, so you're not going to get any benefit, really.
Okay, well, skunk smells pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why it's doing. There we go.
It doesn't like the jokes, maybe. Move on to the next joke. Maybe it doesn't like alien abduction. Oh dear.
I don't know. It's sort of
Say
stuck
yes.
right.
Say yes to it. It's asking, do you want to allow it?
Okay.
There you go.
Still not doing it anyway. You might have to skip over that one.
Yeah, I might have to escape and. What
Try
I'm
the
going to
next
do.
slide and see if it
Yeah, I'm
does
just.
it.
Why is it? I've never had this happen before. Oh
It's
man.
not something to do with Java, is it? It's been disabled on Office now.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit out of PowerPoint and restart it.
When you think about the humor in our hobby, it's quite vast, isn't it? As astronomy has many topics that you can discuss in the field of astronomy, the humor is also there as well. And you're covering those different aspects of our hobby, and it's also raising the interesting conversation.
No pun intended. It's universal.
It is. It certainly is.
A slight pun intended.
A slight pun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, where was I? I was getting near the end here.
I've just noticed Bob's got an Everton t-shirt on, hasn't he?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I just noticed it.
I
just seen the tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everton toffees.
You went to
Here we
Goodison. When did you go to Goodison, Bob? When was it?
That was 2015. They beat Manchester United 3-0.
Uh-huh.
That was a great game. Ann and I went. We had a great time, and we went to the pub across the street. I got drunk before the game, and had a very good time. Now this is actually a 2-part cartoon here. Now you're seeing the Pokemon cartoon, right?
Okay, Bob. At the moment, we've got. You need to share your screen again.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
No, don't be sorry. It's good.
Share screen.
Share screen.
Share. Okay, are we good?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a 2-parter.
You think yeah, I get it. Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, I remember somebody coming around the hospital where I work and going around, standing at the field on the path. And I think, well, what are they looking at? And they're there with a mobile phone looking at something or photographing the grass. And I asked somebody and he said, oh, it's this new program because it had just come out then.
Yeah.
And on their camera, they can see these objects.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We invent augmented reality and that's what it gets used for.
But yeah, I know, yeah. Well, in the hospital, we actually use it on hearts. We have virtual
shoot.
hearts.
Oh, I just screwed up. The last one just was, we're now on Alien Invaders.
Look at them. By global death. That's fair comment. You can buy anything on eBay.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. How Life on Earth really got it.
Hey, wouldn't it be sad if that was true?
Yeah.
It could explain a lot. Yeah. A fashion conscious alien.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is funny. Yeah.
I was a cartoon that you put up before with the ship is next in the garden and there's a barbecue, that type of barbecue. And I thought to myself, I wonder if they ever get confused with an alien craft, a little baby alien craft. And there's the answer. Yeah, it's not much left. That opens that debate whether you should have pineapple on a pizza in the first place.
Yeah, in the US, we call them Hawaiian pizzas.
Over here as well.
Okay, and I actually like them, but I know that some people hate them.
Agree.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pineapple and ham, it works.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I like them.
And I don't think it would work without the pineapple personally.
That's right.
Well, it'd just be ham and cheese. Well, ham and cheese works.
Oh, this one's a good one. This one's a little political. You'll have to forgive me.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. I assume you guys are familiar with the Garfield comic strip.
Yeah, Garfield, yeah. Yep. There's a quick joke, Bob. Two snowmen standing next to each other. One says to the other, "Can you smell carrots?"
Okay.
Zoltan's the winner. He got it straight away. Two snowmen. Can you smell carrots?
Okay.
Have you ever seen the internet site? Well, I can't remember if it's a site or not, but if you Google it, Garfield without Garfield. And what they do, they take each Garfield strip and Photoshop Garfield out of it. So it's usually just John talking into empty space. It's like he's having a breakdown.
On deep thought.
Okay, this is a good one. Yeah. Okay, now this is aliens playing games with humans.
I love New York.
We have their leader.
Yeah. That would have gone down well in the 70s. 70s UFO. Yeah, I think that's where they'll go, Mark. There's also the alien glove thief. Just spook them. That was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, wasn't it? Where they did that. Just buzz them.
This is funny.
Right, okay.
This is great.
Alien glove puppets. With my friends. How is we?
Doctor Who.
Yeah, it is. Well, they call the Ood bit, yes.
No, they're the
No, they were
silence.
the silence.
The silence of them, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
They're the silence.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Doctor Who character, isn't it?
Yeah.
You steal your memory.
Yeah.
Who does? Who steals your memory?
I've forgotten.
Bum, bum. That happens every autumn around here. Yep. It's massive trying to pull him away from it. Just put the book down. Best idea. Behold. Hide behind a cloud and shouting. Back in the day, penalties. We still get it wrong as well.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah.
J-Lo. That's the same, isn't it? Yeah. Don't look up.
Yeah.
More important.
Oh, and here's Oprah.
No one can replace Oprah.
This is a good one. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I was telling my dad, I've just got a Kindle for Christmas off my dad. And
it was Father Christmas who got you. It wasn't me.
Sorry, yes,
yeah,
of course, yeah.
Father Christmas,
and,
Santa.
In books, in the recommendations, I've already read it, but Roadside Picnic came up. It kind of ties into that last cartoon. It's a really good story about sort of the effects of a bunch of aliens who have a picnic on Earth and leave the mess behind. And like, it's kind of like when we have a picnic and leave stuff, and the ants don't know what it is,
Yeah.
and kind of like, yeah,
The aliens come and leave
Can't
their
really-
mess, and we haven't got a clue what these alien
Yeah.
artifacts are. Yeah.
it's a good sci-fi. It's
A bit of
classic.
an analogy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. The aliens faked it all.
The Earth landed.
It didn't really come. It's this cow again. They always have the cow on there. Oh. Play with the lunar module. Oh, yeah, I just got that one. Fetch. They're over.
No, this is great. Yeah.
Setting buzzer disrupt to 11. Oh.
Yeah, you did see the text at the top about the black-eyed peas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was transmitted, was it, on Mars or something? The aliens don't like it. That's why we never find cities.
Yeah.
It's just full of rock. Boulders and rock. Yep.
Okay, now the next few are about SETI.
Oh, pretend we're out. Pretend we're in a room.
Remember doing those SETI searches?
Yes, a long time ago. I gave up when I found out that they'd been through it all twice and then never found much. So I just give up on it. But, you know, you got to keep refining it. And it's still going, I think, today.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the first early things that we could get involved with it, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
And now we've got Galaxy Zoo and all the other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a very true statement on this cartoon.
That's right.
Never pointed out ourselves. Yeah.
Okay, this is a two-parter. So we sent this and got this back.
I've lost that one.
Okay, now we got some aliens and animals.
Fried egg.
Yeah.
Fried egg.
Yeah. But great.
Great for a barbecue. They're obsessed with cows, aren't they, these aliens?
Yeah, that's right.
Semi jelly, the cats don't have leaders. Well, cats could be the dominant species. Your leader. Oh dear, yeah. I'm flattered. Yes.
Oh, so this is funny. Yeah.
Well, that's YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the internet. What's the cat video? Hey.
That was the lemon in Kate's back garden.
Yes, yeah. Kate to the hen.
My chickens would love them.
Yeah. That joke prior to this, I remember an episode of The Outer Limits or Twilight Zone way
I
back.
was thinking of that before with the tiny spaceship.
Yeah, but they were a big giant spaceship, high tech, and they land on a planet, but they don't realize actually they're very, very small and their dogs are quite big. Like Land of the
You're
Giants.
mixing up two different things there.
Am I?
Yeah, that episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And the story from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy about the fleet that got sent to Earth.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, quite
After Arthur Dent's voice went through a wormhole and happened to insult their leader or their mother or something.
Mark, you need to get out more, mate.
I know.
Yeah, but you're quite right. I think it was Hitchhikers. Yeah.
But the Twilight Zone episode was about, so it's very similar, except it was a tiny spaceship. There wasn't any dog in that one, I don't think.
Yeah.
But it was a very tense episode, that one.
You landed in a jungle which was someone's garden, I think.
Yeah.
Frisbee dogs. Oh dear. Yeah. Cookie. That's Sesame Street.
Okay, this one I just added today. Yeah.
think it's only a dream. So yeah. Yup. Ah, just a dream.
Now some UFO skepticism.
Yeah. Good point, you know.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they automatically assume that police officers are intelligent people. And that, you know, they're just ordinary people, aren't they, doing a job?
Yeah.
But their statements is more valuable than our statements as amateur astronomers.
Yeah.
Who's more believable? Steals the cow. Yeah. Grab the waist camera.
Get out of focus, shake the camera.
That's it, yeah. Wobble, wobble. Oh. As is FIFA. Activate the blurry photo effect force field. That's far side.
No, this is great. Yeah.
A payphone. I can't recall seeing a payphone for a long time. What's this one?
Is that the Loch Ness monster?
What's the chances of an alien standing on a gorillas head and riding the Loch Ness
not
monster?
gorilla, it's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Oh, is it Bigfoot? Is it? Sorry. They don't look like no Sasquatch that I've seen. They look like a gorilla.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at his hand. Just go back to that one, Bob.
Okay.
I didn't
I
see
don't
his
know whether
hand.
everyone saw that.
No, that one.
Have a look at his hand.
He is there.
Yeah. I never noticed that before.
Well spotted, yeah.
A little small.
And the footprints.
And the foot is, oh yeah, I didn't see that. Where did they go? Painted them in. UFO X-ray. Batteries in a light bulb. What the place that it's touch. Right, okay.
You shortage.
Oh.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
Yep. E.T. phoning no. Yeah, who paid the bill?
Another one that women will like.
My eyes are up here. Yep. Yeah.
Ammonia.
Yeah. That's the one thing you're not going to give a hug. An alien.
Oh, this is great. I love this one.
Just has some box. Not one alien there. Area 51. That's probably a sign in Area 51, I guess, or Runcorn.
Roswell. Oh,
Probably Roswell, yeah.
Witness.
Space.
Oh.
A joke. Christmas. Well, I wouldn't have noticed that. The wipers.
And I think that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
What can we say? That's the funniest lecture I've ever been to.
It really is.
But you learn nothing about astronomy, though, right? So I wasted your time.
Well, no, we know facts
No,
about
I think
bananas.
we did learn some stuff.
Yeah,
You know.
bananas are radioactive.
Yeah.
And
And
they
give
also
off gas.
You give off gas that
makes
sets your
fruit
fruits off in the bowl. Keep them separate.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't astronomical, but we learned something.
Okay. Yeah. The astronomy can be funny, right?
Yeah.
It can.
Standard
Astronomy can be
units of
funny.
size is football fields or Wales or Texas.
Yeah.
Pluto is it a planet or not a planet?
It is.
It is a planet, of course.
Discovered by an American.
Well, it must be a planet if it's
I'd be ruthless. I'd be absolutely. If it was up to me, I'd be ruthless and go the other way. I'd be getting rid of Phobos and Deimos and moons and everything.
Those potato shaped
I'd be
things.
absolutely ruthless.
Is it potato shape? You're not in the group. You're out the box. Go.
Yeah.
I learned a few spelling mistakes.
Yeah, spelling mistakes, but they will be corrected on the next presentation.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for your input on that.
We did get a few words right, though.
Yeah. Thank goodness he never said aluminum.
Yeah.
Or color.
Although, and I hate to say this, it was
say
originally aluminum here.
Oh,
and we were the ones who changed it.
What did you change it to?
Aluminium. We added an I in it.
There must have been a very good reason for that, Mark.
There must have been. I think it was to make it fit in with the other idioms.
Other idioms and the periodic table.
It was a joint discovery or something, and
it had. I think, wasn't it discovered by a German guy, and it was called something like Wolfgangium or something like that. I can't remember the exact name. It had a German name, and he got completely screwed over with it because it's only called that in like certain German dictionaries now.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'd have to Google it because I can't remember the details. I think it was aluminum or aluminum that it was that it happened with. It was definitely one metal. It might have been tungsten that happened with. I can't remember. You'd have to check.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for it.
And by the way, Mark, what are those things in the background? Those concentric circles?
That's the time tunnel.
Mark's from a different era.
Okay.
Yeah. He travels between the Titanic. What was the furthest in the future they went? I remember Silver Lame suits at one time.
It's probably like 2020 or something.
Okay.
I'm going to bring Chris in on this because Chris, you'll probably remember the TV series, and who was it? It wasn't Jerry Anderson. Who was it? Because it was
Erwin Allen.
Erwin Allen, who done Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea and
Land of the Giants,
the Invaders, and all them series back in the day, and
all the ones that never ended.
Erwin Allen,
like properly.
A Quinn Martin
production.
A Quinn Martin, Steve. A Quinn Martin production starring David Jason.
Land of the Giants finished. Didn't they finish Land of the Giants?
Did they?
I don't. They never got back home. They got back to home to Earth on one occasion, but everything was stood still. It was all frozen. That was no good. So they went back again to the giant
I can't remember.
Probably Lost in Space, of course, as well.
Yeah, the original Lost in Space. Yeah. So the time tunnel, which is where Mark is actually at the control panel of the time tunnel. Basically, they go into that, and they never came back. They were stuck in the time loop as the series progressed. So the very first episode, they end up on the Titanic, and they're having a reasonable day. This is on a cruise ship going across the Atlantic. It's not a bad day. And they go, "What's the ship?" And they go, "It's the Titanic." And that's when the alarm bell starts.
No.
And they realize it's not a good ship to be on. They escape with that. They go to the Alamo, and they go to many other events. The idea of the series was to do a little bit of history for education with a bit of a sci-fi story to it.
What's this called again?
The Time Tunnel.
The Time
Tunnel. Okay.
The Time Tunnel, and it's on YouTube and clips certainly. But the last episode, they end back up on the Titanic, and that's the problem is they're trapped in a loop, and they can never get out that loop. They're just forever going through the same.
Wow.
Do you know?
Yeah,
that only happened because of budgetary reasons.
That's right.
Supposed to have a series 2 where they did get back home, and then they could control where they were going, and they'd go to somewhere that they chose, but it never happened because it got cancelled. So
don't get me started on UFO, Mark, and Space 1999.
Incidentally, I've just discovered how to change my name from Pamela to David.
Yeah. Hey, David, welcome to the LAS. We didn't want to say anything.
You realise it's Friday now or Thursday?
It's 2022, and whatever you want to do on a Friday night.
It's been Pamela's for months and months.
We didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
In which case, I will now leave you.
Just before we all go off on a tangent, can I just remind everybody we're still officially in the meeting. We haven't closed it yet, and we're still recording and going
But
out
what
to
a fun
YouTube.
meeting to have.
Okay, let me finish it off then. So thank you, Bob, for your very informative presentation. Well, I'm sure we all had a lot of fun. I wasn't sure how your humor would cross across the Atlantic, but it did, because it was about football, politics, astronomy, science, well, and pseudoscience. But it was really, really good. And thank you very much for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you.
I'm going to conclude the meeting by...
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
I'm just going to conclude the meeting by saying...
Is that David? Is David playing the piano? Yes. God bless you, David.
Yeah.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Take care, everybody. Hope to see you again sometime in person someday, too. After
Bob,
Everton's won the Premier League.
We're going to be hanging around.
Everton winning the Premier League.
Bob, Mark has got something to say before you go.
Yeah. Even though we're closing the meeting officially, we're still going to be hanging around to chat and stuff if you want to stay.
Okay, I'll stay for a little. I do have to use the toilet, though.
Well, Bob, you got a great side. You go and do that. I'll go and do the same. And we'll meet
I'll be back in a minute. The question is, should I get another beer?
Yes.
Well, I will be.
2 strong beers. Should I drink a third?
Well, it's only 9:45 over here. PM.
Well, it's 4:43 in the afternoon here.
What the hell? Let's go for it.
Okay, I'll get another beer.
2 beers.
I'll be back in a minute.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Before all the members go to the loo, Steve hasn't finished yet. We're still in the meeting.
Right, I'll just, for
It
those
just
of you
didn't
that
feel
are
like
left,
a meeting.
I'll say that thank you very much for attending. The date of the next meeting is February the 18th. Not sure yet whether that will be at the QMH or another online only meeting. And we'll let you know as soon as we know. We've got a couple of guest speakers lined up, but we're not quite sure who they are yet. So we'll let you know about them as well. So thank you very much. And for the purpose of the minutes, the meeting's closed. If you want to leave, feel free to do so now. Thank you very much.
Have we ended recording?
We're getting recording now.
Okay, it's 21:44 in case you need that for the minutes. Stop recording now.
Excellent.
And thank you to